I'm gonna start talking about the one transfer that excites me the most, which is I think Ciro Immobile going to Borussia Dortmund. That I think is one of the key transfers of the summer because obviously we all know Robert Lewandowski is going to Bayern Munich. So it's a huge blow for Dortmund, but I think they're more than ready to replace Lewandowski. I think Immobile will be the perfect solution for that. Lewandowski is joining on a free transfer. I'm sorry, to Munich, but I think their gamble paid off because they decided to keep him for an extra year, which would mean that Bayern will get him for free. But they got up to the semifinals of the Champions League, so that gave them the money that Lewandowski would have cost anyways to Bayern. So I think that was some smart business from the people of Dortmund. I think Immobile is going to be great. Probably the transfer that could be most efficient out of this summer. Um, so that's the one for Dortmund. Ciro Immobile. I want to talk about this one. Paul Pogba. I think Pogba is one, if not the youngest player right now with the most talent. This guy is so talented. He could fit into any starting 11 and compete. I think he's gonna stay at Juventus because I don't think he's ready for a big money move. I think he's gonna develop better at Juventus, especially if Conte stays. Pirlo, I think he's gonna sign with Juventus, so that midfield could stay the same, which is Vidal, Pirlo, and it could be Marquisio or Pogba, whoever you want. But I think Pogba is. I think all the rumors about Pogba leaving to PSG, uh, to Manchester City, whatever. I don't think they're true. Um, I don't think Pogba's gonna leave Juventus this summer. So that's one of the things that kind of bothers me. I think he's gonna stay and he's gonna develop better. I think at Juventus. I also want to talk about this one. This one kind of makes me laugh a little bit of how ridiculous it sounds. People talk about Messi leaving Barcelona. I don't think that's gonna happen, like at all. I think he's gonna stay at Barcelona until the end of his days because Messi's the type of player. I think Messi is getting to the point where I think he's bigger than the coach or whoever steps in at Barcelona. That was one of the few things I think that happened with Pep Guardiola when he left Barca. Um, One of the things that is said is that Messi was getting bigger than the club itself. So I think that's one of the reasons why Pep bailed. And Pep left at the right time. I mean, he made a dynasty with that team. And Messi was in the very center of it. I think Messi, he's just a legend of Barcelona. He's never going to leave. I think those rumors about linking him with PSG and Man City, there's no way they can take Messi away from Barcelona. Um, so that's just one of the ones that it, I don't know what people even believe that. I don't think it could ever happen. Um, but yeah, that's one of the funniest transfers. Van Gaal to Man U. I was sick and tired of the whole David Moyes thing. I think David Moyes stayed there way too long. Manchester United should have acted much, much sooner. I think they would have at least hit Europa League. Because with David Moyes, the team looked dead, dead, dead. There were no ideas in the game. Um, it was just terrible. Um, I think I like Ryan Giggs. I really do. And you could see it when Man U played Norwich and they won 4-0, I think. 3-0 or something like that. I think, well, Man U, I saw that game. They played amazing. They played with character, with spirit. You could feel that a whole different vibe. I think that was lacking with David Moyes. So if Ryan Giggs stays, which I doubt, I think Van Gaal's already tied up. Um, I like Van Gaal though. I like him a lot. He nurtures young talent. He trusts them, um, which is I think Man United has a lot of young talent. I don't think they need to rebuild the whole squad. I think that's bull. They have really, really good players. Maybe they need to work on the defense. But I think that's about it. A little bit on the midfield, but that's about it. They don't need to, redo everything. So I hope Van Gaal goes. I think Van Gaal's gonna restore a lot of prestige back to Manchester United, because Van Gaal doesn't play no games, and he's gonna make that team go to the top. Because Van Gaal wants to win the Premier League. That's one of the titles where he has not won, because this is gonna be for his first time in England. So Van Gaal is gonna come and he's gonna go crazy on the Premier League. If this year was super super interesting, the Premier League, I think next year's gonna be even more. Rodgers is gonna have money to spend because Liverpool's back in the Champions League. Man City, whatever happens in these last few games or the last few game for Man City, if they win the EPL, they're gonna come strong to the Champions League. Chelsea, obviously with Mourinho, and I think he's gonna buy Diego Costa. So I think he's gonna do really good. Chelsea's gonna be really good. Man United, obviously with Van Gaal, is gonna be up there. I think Tottenham. With Tottenham, I like Sherwood. I like his character. Because he didn't do so bad. When you look at his numbers, it's not that bad. He just wants his own team, obviously. I like Sherwood, but obviously I don't think they're gonna keep Sherwood. I think Pochettino was in talks. I think De Boer, he's really good. I don't think he's gonna go to Tottenham though. I think if he goes somewhere, I think it's gonna be Barcelona. But De Boer and Pochettino, one of the few replacements I think for Tottenham. Tottenham, so I assume Tottenham's gonna be up there as well. Everton, obviously with Martinez, Roberto Martinez, he's one of my favorite too. He's so talented with his tactics. So Everton are gonna be up there too. We're gonna have a really interesting league. Arsenal, obviously. I hope Wenger, he's just a little frustrating. You want Arsenal to do really good. They have really good players. Obviously, Mesut Özil, when he came in, took the EPL by storm. But, had a dip, injuries. Arsenal had some injuries, like every year. So I think Wenger's gonna, if he signs a new contract, I think he's gonna splash the cash. So I hope Arsenal does well next season as well. So we got an interesting Premier League coming up. So that is it, guys, for football news. I did not want to make this too long because it's my first video, so I'm kind of like trying stuff out. So I'm gonna call this episode 1 out of I don't know what the hell. I'm just kind of going with the flow. So please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments or want to dispute anything I say or you agree with me, please leave a comment and we can start a conversation or something. So thank you for joining me. I'll see you all in the next episode.